Okay, students, let us proceed on our third lesson. Taking Forex out of the country. Wow, that's quite also important because now you need to be able to advise your clients accordingly as a travel consultancy on how to take the Forex out of the country. Now, there are a number of ways of taking Forex we now know. As well-trained travel consultancy or consultants rather, there are a number of ways of taking Forex out of the country. Travelers can use cash, okay? Cash cards, travelers checks, credit cards, telegraphic transfers, bank drafts, and debit cards. So these are the methods that your clients can use to take Forex out of their country. Okay. Normally they like asking this question in an exam and say, name maybe 5 ways which your clients can use to take Forex out of the country, or 5 methods that your clients can use to take Forex out of the country, and give advantages and disadvantages of each. It's quite a broader question. That is why you shouldn't have a problem in answering the question. You should know that they can use cash, cash cards, traveler's checks, credit cards, telegraphic transfers, bank drafts, and debit cards. Okay. Now, moving to the advantages and disadvantages of each method, the pros and cons. Number 1, electronic transfers. Advantages: they allow for immediate movement of funds worldwide in foreign currency or rands. Okay? I'm on page 6 of your textbook, by the way. The transfer is secure. Security is very important whenever you deal with your clients. It is very quite important to explain to your client what's secure and what is it that can be risky for them to use overseas or abroad. Okay? All right. Now let's look at the disadvantages. The possibility of fraud. Obviously, fraud is everywhere. So they will or they may come across fraud. Failure of technology. Okay. Can be failure of technology, as we can see nowadays. Technology can also be a threat to humankind. Telegraphic transfers, that's the second method they can use in taking foreign transfers, Forex rather, abroad. Advantages would be they are secure, reliable, and hassle-free. Disadvantages would be they are expensive. Okay, they are expensive. What are these? Telegraphic transfers. They are expensive. Obviously, your clients, students, will want something that has got value for money. So as a travel consultant, you need to know what is it that will be valuable for your client. You don't have to give them something that will charge them more. Okay. It takes 3 days for the money to arrive. So it can delay your clients in one way or the other. C, bank draft. Advantages: they are a convenient method of payment to parties overseas. Okay? They are they are a reasonably secure method of payment. Their disadvantages would be they are restricted to banks only, so are not available to everyone. Okay? The replacement process is time consuming And as a travel consultant, you need to explain it to your clients that what are the disadvantages and what are the advantages of taking such or a particular method abroad. Credit cards, advantages. Now, using a credit card is convenient. They are widely accepted. So credit cards are the better method which you can advise your clients to make use of because they are widely accepted. For instance, as a well-trained travel consultant, you know that some tour components accept credit cards, nothing else but credit cards. For example, the car hire companies, they only accept credit cards. When your clients will want to hire a car or a vehicle, they will need a credit card. Otherwise, they won't be able to be given that particular vehicle. Disadvantages. You pay the exchange rate of the day. Sorry. I just lost. Okay. You pay the exchange rate of the day and have no control over this rate. So these are the disadvantages. You can end up paying more than what you have in your credit card. Traveler's checks. If your traveler's checks are lost or stolen, you can be issued with replacement anywhere in the world. You normally don't have to pay commission when you encash traveler's check. So what is to encash? Is to make exchange, getting cash. All right. So that's what encash means. Disadvantages: buried change and banks are not always at hand when you need to encash a traveler's check, and you may have to wait for opening and closing times. All right. Now we come to preloaded foreign currency debit cards. Advantages would be these travel cards are as convenient as using a credit card. Okay, they are secure way of taking money overseas. So they can also be convenient as your credit cards. Disadvantages: the costs are high. There are daily limits for withdrawals and purchases. All right, so here there are daily limits. Daily limits. It's not like your credit cards where you can keep on swiping and swiping. No. Here you will have daily limits, students. I hope we're together on that one. Foreign notes. Advantages. Cash is useful to have and easy to use in most transactions. So most people or most clients as a travel consultant, they will prefer to have cash with them. Okay. Then advantages. Carrying large amounts of cash is not safe, can be robbed, everything will be taken to you, you're left with nothing. So you need to advise your clients on that. You pay more to buy foreign notes than traveler's check. Another huge advantage at this current stage of our century, hence we have been shadowed by the pandemic called coronavirus. We now know that having cash is no longer safe because cash exchange hands. So the cash that exchange hands can be contaminated of the virus. It may have droplets of the virus. So in that case, cash notes are no longer encouraged because of the virus that we find ourselves in. So that you should also bear in mind as a well-trained travel consultant. Cash cards, advantages. This is a safe way to deposit and control travel funds. It is not a credit card, so you can only use the amount loaded on the card. So again, it's not a credit card, you can only use what you have. You cannot use what you don't have. Aksuye, uwalala, utararata. Okay, there are limits as well. Disadvantages: There is a fee for loading money into the card, fees for drawing money from the ATM. So there's a huge disadvantage which you need to explain to your clients. Okay, so for now we'll stop there on the different methods you can use in taking Forex out of the country.